Hello, and welcome back once again to another mini episode of Whining Away with Corey and Ray. I am Ray, and to my left is Corey.
It's me.
And today, about time, we brought a bottle that you can actually drink. Today's little example is a California Cabernet. This is one I get from a company called Classic Wines, which we've had on our show previously. This is a 2018. Classic usually carries South African. They have some French, some Spanish, a lot of old world, but they really don't that often get involved with California. So during the pandemic, they had all the fires and restaurants were closed, so wine wasn't moving like it would. They had sort of excess juice. And
excess juice.
Some of this juice couldn't go for one label that it normally might. So you weren't allowed to know who made some of these wines because the wines are usually much more expensive, like Honig or Fremont Abbey or something like that. So they kind of come up with a new name and then release some of these bottles at a reduced price. One of these examples is Shadow Creek. Now, I don't know who made this, but I can tell you that it hits the shelves anywhere between $22 and $25. And this drink's like a $40, $45 cap.
So it's like top secret.
Yes. For a lot of bureaucratic reasons, they don't want people to know who the makers were. And a lot of these places that have private labels like Gary's or even Total Wine, that's how they do it a lot of times. They'll get a well-known winemaker to make wine for them, but they call it something else.
Cool.
Philippe Melka has done that. A lot of well-known winemakers.
Same thing with, products in the grocery store. Like Aldi and Lidl, they have, products that are made by the regular brand, cookies and salad dressings and stuff, and it's under their label, but it's the same thing from Olive Garden and Oreos and things like that, and you just pay less.
And so they do it with wine, too.
How do you like that?
So this was, the juice for some kind of cab that would normally be much more expensive.
Wow.
Like I said, this is about half the price of what I think it should be charged at. And I've had it before. It's absolutely delicious.
Wow, it really is. It tastes like a very expensive California
this
cab.
is just everything you want in a California cab. Everything you would expect. Dark berry. You get a little bit of anise to it. There's a little hint of smoke to it. It's nice, full flavored.
Full
it has
body.
Very pronounced mid palate, an excellent finish. For $25, that's
now,
crazy.
Where your store carries this?
Yes, you can get this at NJ Wine Cellar at either one of our locations, Cranford or Greenbrook. And I believe we sell it probably a little less. I think it might be like $23.
Wow.
But it is just a hidden gem, and I've handed this off to some people whom I know are big California fans, and they've all come back and been like, how much was that again? They just can't believe that something that tastes this good was that little bit of money.
And now when you get it, that's it. This is not something you'll ever be able to get again. This is like a one-time deal.
As far as I have been told that this is a limited
Edition.
Opportunity. So as far as I know, I can continue to get this from Classic until further notice. And this also is priced in a way, if you were to buy 6, you would get 10% off. And if you bought a case, which was 12, you'd get 20% off.
That's a deal, especially for California cab lovers. And this extra juice thing, is that something that they do all the time with other wines that you know of? Or?
Well, like I said, this is how places like Gary's and Bottle King and Total Wine get a lot of their private label stuff.
That's cool.
So this is a way where you're not necessarily giving a private label to one specific store, but you're offering sort of a private label to everyone because it's not normally, named this.
Well, that's great. So this
that must be the Shadow in Shadow Creek.
So we gave you some top secret information. You gotta act on it now, though. Tell your friends, only your good friends.
If you like a big cab, you're having a nicer ribeye or a porterhouse, and you're looking for a nice red to go with it, Shadow Creek Cabernet at NJ Wine Cellar. Absolutely fantastic.
Tell them Ray sent you.
And as we always say, great wine,
Great friends.
excellent life.
Cheers. Well, we say that now.